Hey YouTube, what's up? This is the reluctant Nabi back again. Okay, and basically this is how far we have fallen. Um, and not necessarily us, but I'm telling you now that we, the good black men and the good black women, have to make a conscious decision to pretty much stay away from the black women, the bad ones, the ratchet ones. All right, now this is going to be most of the population of black women. All right. Now, even when you look on YouTube, a lot of the people speaking out about the mess that's going on in the black community are black men. Very few, if any, very few black women are speaking out on the mess. Um, Most of the black commentary are coming from men with spiritual knowledge or spiritual background, and they see the demonic nature of all the stuff that's going on. All right. The biggest enemy that we have to us are black women. Every once in a while, you'll get a white man on there, but primarily the biggest enemy that we have to putting out the truth as to what's going on in our community is black women. Um, when you look at the demographic of the people that watch the commentary of black men, it's going to be predominantly black people. So not too many white people are in here, right? Now, what the black women have done to the community crossed the color lines and even made white people aware. All right. Now, I mention this because a lot of black women don't want this stuff to be talked about in the black community. And the reason why they don't is when you don't express evil, when you don't tell the truth of what's going on, then it allow it to persist. And because they are benefiting from doing evil to the black community and primarily black men to become wealthy or whatever, then they will do so. And if anyone stays quiet, it will allow them to be stronger than what they're doing. All right. And so the title of this is Black Women Ruin Every Good Thing They Touch. And GoFundMe is next. All right. Now, this needs to get out there because there are actually legitimate people that need GoFundMe. But every evil thing that black women have been doing, as far as destroying their children, killing their babies, having children be shot, every price that some child has had to pay or some man has had to pay as a result of the decision and the choice of a black woman. The black woman was able to go to GoFundMe and get a bunch of white people to donate them money. At the end of this, towards the end, I'll show you one that even got a lump sum of $500 from a man. All right. But they don't tell them the whole story. All right. And white people, when they look at it, don't realize what the whole story is and don't realize that nobody should fund them with anything. But if they want the money of the white people and they're stupid enough to give it to them, hey, let them give it to them. But good black women and good black men, I keep reiterating this. It is time to do as the Bible say and sanctify us ourselves from um, the ratchet black women. If a black woman wants to be evil, sanctify yourself from her. Now, there's a reason I don't talk about the thug element in my videos, and the reason is this, that black men already do not cohort with thugs or the criminal element. And what I mean by that, good black men do not do that. The only people given the thug and criminal element play are black women. All right. So the black men, being that my videos are primarily for good black men and the good black women, I don't need to address um the thugs is because everybody is aware of thugs and everybody is aware of the harm that they may bring, right? But I concentrate primarily on black women is because we are not aware of how they're bringing harm into the black community because nobody was allowed to talk about it. All right, not on national TV. There was never a forum for men to air out what's really going on into the black community. All right, they always had women on there bashing men, telling them there ain't no good men, that all the men are in jail, and they use the word all. On no video do I use all black women. I say black women, so we know we're talking in general, and you know that I mean the vast majority. But you know I don't mean 100%. But they will go in there and say all black men are in jail, gay, with white women, and stupid, and thugs and drug dealers, right? And even if there's one good black man, he should have a black woman. But there's a bunch of single black men, single good black men, and I don't know a single thug. All right, so y'all figure that out. Um, Good men and even good women. Just be honest. You don't even have to comment. Just be honest in your heart. You know that you don't know a single thug that is single. All the thugs got them either one, two, three, or more women. All right. It's the good black men that are getting passports and leaving and going to get women from somewhere else. It's the good black men that are single, single enough that they feel like they have to cross the lines and get them a white woman or Hispanic woman or Chinese. Because at the end of the day, all a good black man want is a good woman that he don't have to fight every day. All right. That is depressing to come in your house and have to fight the people under your roof that you're providing for. All right. So I know a little bit about that. All right. So let's start with remembering Dante Smith. All right.
Man, I never really been a camera type person, you know what I mean? But I realized that in this day and time, technology can just get the message across so quick. I was just sitting here in the gym, working out, and I spoke something to my auntie, and I don't want to say her name because I don't want to bring her to tears, but I spoke something to my auntie, and it just reminded me of my little cousin who passed away. And as I'm sitting here, I'm thinking about how many people I lost to death for no reason, like dying for flagging, dying for ganging and claiming a street that that they don't even own. And I'm not better than none of y'all. I used to claim the same stuff. It's even tatted on my arm. It's if you can see it, it's right there. That say 7 Mile, but I don't own that. That ain't my land. That stuff was here before I was here. And if it outlived me, it's gonna be here after I leave this place. So why should I die for that? That street ain't did nothing for me. So I just wanted the world to know that I was touched. Like I got a lot of pain built up inside of me, but I spent so much time being strong because I have to be.
Let me keep you in mind. Let me remind you that this is the man that went to this church. I posted um, his whole commentary up in another video. It's an update of uh, this scandal. Now, as a result of his black woman, Tykia Smith, the woman in the center, he lost his life to the pastor, Keon Allison. All right. And it's because the pastor was having sex with his wife, got her pregnant, and now, as the story comes all the way out, was paying her to have an abortion. And that's how he found out that the child wasn't his. Now, he knew that the pastor had been sleeping with his wife because the pastor's wife came and told him, which she should have, right? But this one, the one in the middle, all right, she got with him and then had his life destroyed because she could not say no to the pastor. Now, why did I put this up here? Because when this report initially came out, Dante's name was out because he was the one shot, but everybody kept the pastor's name under wrap and they kept Tykia Smith's name under wrap. her under wrap, and she stayed under wrap. I think I was one of the first people to actually find out what her name was and put it up here because she was part of the cause of this love triangle. And the city of God, that was the church where this pastor was the pastor. All right, and you see what it got, a good black man. So a lot of good black men are being destroyed by being killed behind a black woman. All right, but there's more. We have, I ain't going to call Master P an actual good black man, but Master P has been in the life of his children for a while, right? He just lost a settlement where he has to pay his ex-wife's $27,000 a month, and he had to pay her legal fees. And here's the breakdown of everything. This is the story that you don't know about Master P. Um, Part of the things that was going on while they were in court was that um, the his ex-wife was sleeping with another man in one of his houses. All right, and so he wanted her out of that house. Now the judge gave the woman the house and $27,000 a month for being a slut that is probably on drugs and wasn't taking care of their children. As a matter of fact, I wanted to put a video up here that TMZ did where Master P is the one that primarily raises the children. The children are mainly with Master P, but he's the one that's going to have to pay the child support. You see how this works? Well, why? Because the black women, evil black women have hijacked the system, know how to work it to disenfranchise the black men, all right? And they have become the biggest enemy that we have to worry about when and concerning the system. Not white men, not white women, but black women. Black women are the one that is destroying us through the system. All right. So now, um, you can't trust the black women in the churches. They go there and have destroyed that and got all kind of pastors sleeping with their children, um, their sons, Eddie Long, sleeping with all them boys and stuff, and still got a church full of women with children. And then you got what just happened to Keon. You just can't trust these women in anything. It seems like anything they touch, they bring evil to. All right. Now let's look at Chris Rock and his divorce filings. Right. Um, Chris Rock has been a stalwart in the life of his children. All right. When they separated, him and his wife, the wife did what most black women usually do: keep the children from the father. All right. Now, this is what makes her sick. Chris writes, I can't, Malak. This would make her sick. She decided to adopt a child from another country as a result of her philanthropic activities, and she wants Chris Rock to pay child support for that. She wants his money. She wants to keep her money, and she wants him to pay child support for his children and the other children. And by the way, she is keeping his children from him. Okay, this is a black woman. Oh, and this is educated black women. All these black women are educated. They're educating and using the system destroy any good there is in a man. Even when the man is trying to do good, he's going to lose financially, and he is in danger of losing his life when he gets involved with a black woman. That's the risk that he's taking. Oh, and I'm not done.
Beaver County Jail. This is where 24-year-old Justin Lindsay has been locked up now for nearly a week, charged with simple assault and harassment.
You going to jail, hit me. Spit on me again.
Come right here, I will.
Lindsay's arrest stemmed from this incident at his Aliquippa home last Friday, when his former girlfriend showed up. Lindsay recorded the confrontation on his cell phone. He was on the porch with another woman at the time, along with he and his ex-girlfriend's small child.
What am I mad for? The mother drove up, seen the other woman, and she just snapped out.
Lindsay and his ex-girlfriend exchanged verbal insults. After a few minutes, his ex came at him with a metal pipe,
I'm whacking the out of you, daddy, your
striking him and knocking the phone out of his hand.
Yeah, you lie. Tell that. Okay. Tell that. Yeah, okay. Tell that.
The ex-girlfriend left Lindsay's house, but she didn't go home. She went immediately to authorities.
She hasn't been charged because she told that he did this assault to her. They went and she called a 24-hour magistrate on Friday, and he went on and gave her PFA and told Aliquippa police to pick my son up.
The Lindsays and their son drove here to the police station, but they got nowhere, they say, when they tried to explain what happened.
Me and his dad went with him to turn himself in to the police. They refused to look at the video, refused to really hear his side.
Twyla Lindsay has spent the past week knocking on doors and making phone calls, trying unsuccessfully to get her son bailed out because she believes he's been treated unfairly by what she calls the criminal injustice system. And with the start of the long Labor Day holiday weekend just one day away, Lindsay says her son has a job in Robinson Township, and if he's not out of jail by next Tuesday, he'll likely lose that job. We're live tonight. I'm Ralph Iannotti, KDKA TV News.
So at the end of the day, now I showed you they'll take the life, they'll take a good man trying to be good, they'll take his money. Now there's his freedom. All right. So like I said, any good thing, right? Guess what's next? GoFundMe. All right. So now they're about to rob GoFundMe from anybody that have anything that they go through that is really horrific. Black women are about to destroy this. I think it's a good sourcing for people that really need it. All right, but let's take a look at the kind of black women that that are using this. If you read this story, this girl decided to sell drugs, get with this thug. Remember, remember what I said? Thugs are they always have a girlfriend. She got with this thugs, was selling drugs with him. Something happened. He beat the mess out of her. Right now, her mom made him look bad, and he's supposed to be a rapper and stuff like that. A rapper. All right. But this is what I didn't get to put here. All right. The girl has to go before the courts herself, and she needed a defense attorney. All right. And so, and she has a public defender because she was caught up in a couple of cases of selling drugs and stuff like that. So when this mother is saying this girl never got into trouble, she's lying. All right. But she don't care. It's because she got people at since I put this up here as of about a couple of minutes ago, $850 in a GoFundMe campaign. I saw this on my Facebook. I'm able to look at this. All right. The black girl chose a thug instead of a good man. She was selling drugs with the thug. She was cutting for the thug. And all of a sudden, he's an evil monster because this black girl probably opened up her mouth and did something like how they do to most good black men. Only this is a thug, and he ain't playing that, and he'll blacken both eyes. Right? This is the mama down here who's raising two other girls. In other words, so she's a whore. All right, she's a single mother of three, and you know she's a whore is because look at the behavior that her daughter is exhibiting. All right, you're going to go get with a thug. You don't know what a good man is. All right, she's doing what she see her mother do. All right, now black women are now exploiting GoFundMe to cover up all the foul and bad decisions that they made. So they made bad decisions. The children have to pay for them. The man has to pay for them. But in all these cases, you see the black woman making out like a bat out of hell. They making it big. I don't know what she going to buy for it, but I bet you she won't get that lawyer for her daughter. She going to pay take care of some bills, buy a car and stuff. How do I know she'll buy a car? Oh, let's continue. As my final thoughts, I bring to you Remember the 9-year-old boy that was gunned down, executed style, in an alley, right? Now, what you don't know is he was being raised by his grandmother. But what you do know that his mother made a GoFundMe page for herself. People send her enough money for her to buy a car for herself. And then and so look at her and look at the story. Go on YouTube, look at some stories on her GoFundMe. All right. And so this is what she did. All right. And at the end of the day, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Nothing. She gets to keep that money is because the people were stupid enough, I guess, to give it to her. If that's how you want to look at it. All right. But at the end of the day, this is next. GoFundMe is next. And what I'm trying to show y'all is anything that these modern day black women touch, they are going to destroy to where no one will be able to get help from anyone because you will not be able to trust the source. All right. And I will say this. This is how the devil works, right? If there if and this is how our government works. The government will come out and say, okay, this is an absolute truth, right? And like global warming is an absolute truth right now, scientifically speaking. So what the government does is since they cannot rebut the truth, they said, well, let's just take some lies to throw at the truth so that we can create doubt. All right. If we create doubt, then no one will do anything about global warming because they won't know if the truth is the truth. They won't know if the lie is the lie. They will be confused. Remember, the Almighty is not the author of confusion, right? That's what the black woman is doing. All right, any black woman that comes up to us and try to refute that the truth that we're posting, all right, all they're trying to do is sow the seeds of confusion so that they can benefit by harming every good thing that comes about. And I am not holding. I mean, they will harm every good thing that comes about. All right, this is their design, and they want to harm everything because at the end of the day, they prosper off of evil. With that said, I'm out.